Hey, playa, things are pretty weird right now. Schools are closed, people are told not to go outside, you're supposed to practice social distancing, but where does that leave you with your crush? Where does that leave you with the person you want to talk to and interact with and build a relationship with? In this video, I'm going to break down what you can do to still work on building a relationship with someone if you have to practice social distancing with them.
This is the Just Beats, you're watching the Just Beat.
For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single week I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. So if you want to learn and grow, hit the subscribe button and make sure to click on the notification bell. I've been getting a lot of messages from people telling me that they can't interact with their crush now because they're no longer going to see them in school, or they just don't know what to do because they never talked to them when they had the opportunity, and now they just won't see them again for the rest of the school year. So what can those people do? What can you do to kind of work on building a relationship with your crush? Well, you're going to have to kind of put the idea of interacting with them in person on hold for a bit and really double down on talking to them through social media. I know, in the past, I never really recommended starting a conversation over social media, but let's be real, your options are limited here. So there's really two kinds of scenarios here. One in which you've already started talking to your crush, and one in which you haven't. So let's kind of break down both of those to see what you can do. If your crush is someone that you have talked to before in the past, then I would recommend continuously messaging them and talking to them. But here's the thing you need to know. You're going to need to switch up just sending them text messages. Keep this in mind. Everyone else around you is also prohibited from going outside and interacting with them in person, so they're probably also going to be messaging your crush. They're going to be getting lots of different messages from different people, so sending a simple text message isn't going to do. You're going to want to change it up by recording a little video of yourself or an audio clip, or send them a picture. Do something that's different from everyone else because that's what's going to make your message stand out. Now, given everything that's going on, you might want to talk to them about that. Let them know the precautions you're taking to stay safe and ask them what precautions they're taking. But don't keep the conversation there because a lot of people are probably going to talk to them about that. So talk about other things. Talk about other interests you're pursuing, other things you're doing while you're staying at home and you can't go outside. But when it comes to messaging someone that you didn't really have the chance to talk to before you were told you couldn't go to school and actually interact with them, you're going to have to be a little bit more creative here. I think what you're going to have to focus on is interacting with the content that they're posting. See what pictures they're posting and leave comments. Whatever stories they post, ask questions on top of that. Be really engaged with what they're producing and sharing about their lives, because showing that interest is at least going to put your foot in the door to show them that you want to get to know who they are. One important thing I want you to realize, though, is that there's no need to beat yourself up for not taking the chance when you had it. Look, no one expected things to kind of go down the way that they did, and the fact that now you can't interact with them in person, yeah, it makes things harder but not impossible for you. Okay, talking, you got that, but when it comes to dating, how do you ask them out on a date when you have limited to no options for what you could do outside? I think you're going to have to change the concept of how you actually go on dates. Remember, the purpose of dating is to get to know them better, to see what the two of you have in common, to share some laughs, to flirt, to just see how the two of you overlap. And that's still possible, but you might have to do it over FaceTime and video chatting instead. Think about it like this. Having time with them to talk face to face over the camera, to see their expressions, to hear their voice is going to be your most realistic option while dating when you're socially distancing. Some of you might live in areas where it's not totally prohibited to go outside. Even then, I still think what comes first is safety precautions. Don't do something that the government doesn't recommend or people are telling you flat out not to do. But if you do end up hanging out with your crush, try to do it in a one-on-one environment where there aren't any people around. That could be at your house, that could be at their house, or somewhere that's more neutral and there aren't a lot of people. With everything going down, dating is going to be more difficult, but it's still possible to spend time getting to know someone, connecting with them, and seeing what the two of you have in common. As to whether or not you can have your first in-person real date, yeah, that's going to be a bit delayed, but don't lose hope. Don't give up just because you're probably not going to see them for the rest of the school year, or you're not going to see them again for months and months and months on end. You still have the opportunity to reach out to them to try to make something work. What do you think though? With everything going on and you having to practice social distancing, has dating gotten harder for you? Is it impossible now for you to actually talk to or meet up with your crush? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. I think the video that I have listed over there on the side is going to be super crucial for you to watch given everything that's going down. So check out the video, and I want to give a special thanks to my patrons. I'll list them up over here. Also, I want to link out my 20 icebreaker conversation starters. If you don't know what to message your crush with, this is the guide you need to check out to have conversation topics on hand. Check both of those links out, guys, and I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.